research and what is business research and all that. Now, how many of have you in your organizations engaged in some kind of research yourselves? Have you engaged in some researches yourself? Okay, not in organizational level. How about in day-to-day life? Have you engaged in some research yourself? You research yourself in certain aspect. Now, the thing is this: the word research. When you hear the word research, it sounds so big. It sounds intimidating and scary. Research. The term itself, research, means search again, research. So, to research, search, if you cut it into two, research, so that means search again. So, the search again actually means that you have to have something to search again. If there is nothing, you can't search, can you? Right? So there should be something to search again. Now, knowingly or unknowingly, all of you are actually engaging researchers on a daily basis, sometimes on a weekly basis, and even monthly basis and yearly basis. For example, think that you want to buy a mobile phone, and you want to change the existing phone. So you are going to go through a process where you gather data. You gather data through maybe internet, and you talk to friends, you gather data, and then you watch TV or newspapers, and you gather data. So this is again a research. You are doing it. It's not an academic research, but it's a very, very practical, applied research that you are engaging. So that's again a research. So that's what I'm saying. Most of us, we are actually engaged in research on a daily basis, sometimes weekly basis. Even for example, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or some friends, or where are you going to eat today for a dinner? So you go through OpenRice, yeah, and then you see what restaurants give what. So this is again a research that you are doing in a miniature scale, but still again, it's basic-wise, it contains every aspect of a normal research that you have to do in academic scale too. So they are the same. Now, so in business research, you see a few things. It says the systematic and objective process of gathering information for aid in making business decisions. Now, here we talk about business research, right? So that's why we talk about business decisions. And sometimes you may be doing that just like a mobile phone case. So in that case, it's making for personal decisions too. So whatever the objective that you conduct the research, be it business, be it personal, you will be engaging some gathering data, and you will be engaging recording data. Sometimes you may not record using a pen and a paper or in the computer, but sometimes you record here. So it is a record as well, mental records. And then analyzing data. Sometimes you use calculators, things like that to analyze. Sometimes you just simply use your brain to analyze quickly. And then presenting information in a systematic and objective way. Now, when you present this information, sometimes this information you can present to a third party. Now, in this case, the reason why we are here, we are going to present your report to the university to assess. But if you are talking about getting a mobile phone or something, you are presenting that information to yourself, no one else. So it actually can go in different dimensions, right? And it goes, the word systematic and objective way is very important, particularly this objective way, because the whole entire research process is based on objective way. So this word we will use more and more in the other slides as well. Right. this is information that I used to work for 3M before in Melbourne some time back. Before I came to academia, I did 2 commercial jobs. One of the jobs I did actually was with 3M. And before that, before 3M, I used to work with Coopers and Lybrand. Now this particular company has changed the name, and it's now called PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC. So, so I got background both in finance field and marketing. Right. So when we used to work for 3M, we had an issue those days. The issue was mostly about high labor turnover. So it has become a big issue for the whole organization, because I was in managerial level at that time, like middle management level, and so it's quite challenging to, when you don't have a stable workforce, it's quite difficult to continue with your day-to-day operations, particularly frontline duties. So we had this issue, and so we conducted some brainstorming normal things, and we thought that, like everyone else, we thought that, oh, the reason is maybe although we got a very good salary scale at that time, we still thought that maybe we increased a little bit more salary, and that would stop these things. It did for a while, but it didn't continue. So, and then finally, we gave a project to AC Nelsons to conduct a survey and to prepare a full report for us to see what actually goes wrong here. And then they conducted the survey, and they came up with a lot of areas, and then they finally found that the biggest reason why the workers have left the organization is because we were a little bit late to adapt this flexi-hour system. Because we got, at that time, we got a lot of single parents in Australia. So these single parents, that means they're single, so either mom or dad, not together. So, and they got young kids. So it wasn't that really easy for them to raise the kids. So finally, we introduced a flexi-hour system, and plus we conducted a daycare center sponsored by 3M. Don't worry, 3M is a very, very rich company. They got a lot of money and resources. They could afford a lot of benefits to the staff. So they got a piece of land right next to the head of the Melbourne office, and then built a nice daycare center, hired people to work for them, and that actually stopped. That really, really stopped the turnover. So yeah, so that's again a very important management. This is because sometimes when we see a problem, we think that, oh, when we encounter an issue in the organizational level, we always tend to equate that issue with monetary terms. But the point is that sometimes it's not the case. And in these days, it's even more than before. I think you know that nowadays, those who were born in 1980s, they're already in job market for a long time. And those who were born in 1990s, I'm sure no one born in 1990s here, except myself, I guess. So, those who were born in 1990s, they're the most difficult one to deal with. Money, who cares? You know, they are in that kind of mindset. So, yeah, so the workplace is going to be more and more challenging in the days to come because of complex ideas, particularly when you have to deal with those who are born in internet era. You know? I mean, when I was born, no internet. Yeah, so no iPads, no Blackberries, nothing. No, not even mobile phones. So yeah, so that's the case. So those who are born in those generations, they bring a lot of complexities to the workforce, and you can't equate every time everything with money. researchers used only for business purposes? Certainly not. Researchers are used for a lot of different purposes, even certain type of business research. Now, for example, if someone is researching on finding a proper medicine to maybe dengue fever, I heard quite recently a new medicine has been found for dengue. You know what is dengue, right? It's a mosquito-borne disease. It's quite common in Hong Kong, South China. It can be deadly too. So that again it can be done on a commercial scale. So it may not strictly like you're conducting a research like what I explained to you in 3M, but such research still it is non-business, yet it has some business link. And then what kind of organization it is useful for? Basically, business research can be useful for any kind of an organization, whether you are a big organization, a small organization, or a medium-scale organization. Now, the thing is that sometimes what happens is that most of the organizations, they don't believe that business research is essential or it is useful, and because of that, they get into trouble more often than not. Now, do you know in Wan Chai, in Hong Kong, you have this Inland Revenue Department, right? IRD, big, tall, beautiful building, and there are a few floors in that department, in that whole building. Those floors are allocated to opening up companies, right? You know that one? There's a floor, I forgot. That floor is dedicated to company openings. That means you can register a company. Okay? And in the same floor or another floor, I forgot. That one is to close the companies. Yeah. Now, you won't be surprised. You know, Hong Kong people, they are very entrepreneurial. Even if they are working